How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I have for you guys a few games of ranked seasons. I'm kind of making my push towards the World Series division. I'm about 820, 840 rating, somewhere in the middle of the 800s, and I'm actually going up against a really good opponent. He's also a big fan of the channel, so I thought that was pretty cool. He was excited to get this matchup and play a game of ranked seasons against me. But if you guys did not know, there is a stub sale going on for MLB The Show stubs through the PlayStation Store. It is about 20% off to 40% off in that store. So it's for the 4th of July kind of deal. Definitely nice to see that they're adding another stub sale. So if you guys have recently been purchasing some cards out of the marketplace for a little bit cheaper since those other Signature Series cards came out, well, now those cards are indeed going to go up in price a little bit, and they already started to rise. But anyway, this opponent started off this game with a 2-run shot from Frank Thomas. I missed location after he got a base hit the other way with Rogers Hornsby. Probably could have been out of the inning in this situation, but one base hit like that extends the inning, and anytime you give a good player extra outs, they're going to take advantage, and he was able to capitalize on a hanging slider. He went up 2-0. I squared that one up with George Brett. I'm not really sure where I hit that one. Same thing here with Cal Ripken Jr. I power swung on this swing. Ended in 2 outs. I felt like I could have tied the game up on 2 swings right there, but it's a 2-0 game. Still have a lot of game left to try and come back in this one. And Rogers Hornsby is going to send one into the outfield. I took a really bad route on this one. I ran too far in, obviously, and Ichiro had a misplay in center field. A really rare occasion. Don't really see Ichiro have too much trouble out there ever on defense. He's solid for sure, but that was a bad route, user error right there, and that's going to cost me a run. I mean, next batter, he gets a base knock. Now he has first and third with Frank up facing a lefty, and this is pretty much a run every single time. I do concede the run for the double play in this situation. I felt that a 3-run lead and the double play, rather than extending the inning and having him continue to bat, I felt like just giving up another run was not the worst thing. I mean, obviously being down 3 runs in this game is not the best thing either, but at least it's a doable comeback if I'm able to string something together and get some base hits. I mean, here with George Brett, once again, a little bit below the zone. I went with it. I hit it the other way pretty well, but not really showing the power. Then later on, I was able to get a base knock with Cal Ripken and Pablo Sanchez, my creative player, so definitely something cooking in this inning. We have Ichiro up at the plate, and I'm going to go ahead and swing it a low pitch in the zone. Hit right into a double play with 90 speed. Pretty crazy that he was able to get me out on that one. It's unfortunate, but the double plays are killing me in this game. Then with this one, George Brett, I squared it up, hit it to the wall. I'm not really sure what else I could have done to hit that one out. That wasn't the feedback there from that George Brett swing. That was from this at-bat here with Cal Ripken. But similar swing, good. It was a little bit lower in the zone. That one is going to be sent out for a home run the other way. The opponent definitely ended up winning that one. It was a 3-1 game, solid game all around. And that's kind of the way the games have been going for me. Some games I'll hit and I'll score some runs. Other games I'll give up a few runs and I won't be able to hit. I'll have a couple base hits throughout the game, but I won't be able to get that big hit. In that last game, I really struggled with runners in scoring position, and I think I had a pretty bad average with runners in scoring position. That seems to be the case. So I'm struggling to score some runs sometimes. It's just getting that big hit with guys on base. Here I was able to start this game off with a walk from Tony Gwynn, a 2-run shot from Roberto Alomar, and I'm just continuing to try and get the bats going. I mean, in that last game, I really didn't hit all that great, and I'm just trying to look to turn it around. A no-doubter with Frank Thomas, so that's going to be 2 home runs in a row, making it 3-0, facing this Rick Ankiel. And I noticed that if you have this Rick Ankiel, he can definitely be a good pitcher for you, but his control is lacking, and he can tend to hang some pitches over the middle of the plate. So I was able to hit one out with George Brett as well. Then with Cal Ripken, I thought I got a curveball up in the zone, was able to send that one out dead center for a no-doubter. But the center fielder makes the grab there. Good. It was a curveball. I didn't really hit it with as high as exit velocity. Later on in the game, same inning, Pablo Sanchez is going to go extra bases on that double in the gap. That is the power-focused creative player at catcher. I am going to be mixing it up every now and then, using the shortstop as well. I really liked Cal Ripken Jr. so far, but with the stub sale, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep him. I might sell him and try to pick some other guys up. I'm not really sure with what I'm doing. But anyway, Ricky Henderson is going deep. So the bats came alive in that last one. Very next game, in the middle of the game, like a couple innings in, I lost connection. So I won one, lost another one with that connection loss. And then this game I played after my live stream, going up against a really good opponent. I think I've played this dude once before in MLB 18 or maybe even MLB 17, but I recognize his name. He might be following the channel as well, but not really much action in this game. I mean, I had a no-hitter in this game for a while. He was really aggressive. I wasn't hitting the ball either, and we were both kind of just pitching really well. And now we're in the bottom of the 7th inning. I mean, Verlander's only 50 pitches in, but the opponent is starting to string together some base hits right there. That's going to be an infield base hit from Frank Thomas, brings up Willie Mays. And Willie Mays definitely kept off the board in this game, but one of the better hitters, if not the best hitter in the game. I thought Ichiro would be able to make this grab. If I would have posted up at the wall correctly and camped under it, I think he would have been able to reach up and grab that one. But nonetheless, I am throwing his runner out at the plate. That is a very big play to keep the game tied at 0-0, obviously. But 2 outs, the very next batter, Roberto Alomar, is going to cash in that run. And I noticed that this opponent was a little bit early on the off-speed pitches. I figured I would go to the 12-6 curve, and he made me pay for it on that one. Very next batter, Gary Carter, shooting one down the right field line. That's going to be another RBI and a base hit. He really got this this inning cooking and ready to go. Later on, I brought in Zach Britton in the same inning. I just couldn't get this last out. I ended up walking a run in right there, and just unfortunate, but that's the way his control is for Britton. Now we're facing his creative player, and I was able to get a 1-1 count. Now it's a 3-2 count. Pretty crazy that I'm going to go ahead and throw one low and in. Another walked-in run. So he goes up 5 runs in that 1 inning. Johnny Bench off the bench with a pinch hit no-doubter facing the lefty, Aroldis Chapman. But it's a little bit too late. It's 5-1 in the top of the 9th inning. And George Brett is also going to send one deep. That's going to be a no-doubter. So if I was able to minimize in that 1 inning, I might have been able to keep the game pretty close, and I might have been able to come back and win that one. There, I thought I squared that one up really well with Ricky Henderson, but that is going to do it for that game. GG's. I've been losing a good amount of games recently, but in this next one, we are going to be using Justin Verlander on the mound. We're going up against Oral Hershiser once again, and this opponent has a really good team. He's got the Andrew McCutchen. Haven't really faced him too often, but yeah, with Roberto Alomar up at the plate to start off the game, or in the first inning, he's going to send one to the right field bleachers. That's a short porch out in right, playing at Fenway Park. Don't really like playing at Fenway all that much, but nonetheless, it's not a terrible field. In the daytime, it's tough to see the ball a little bit more if it's coming from a left-handed pitcher, but in this one, we both have right-handed pitchers on the mound, so that shouldn't play any factor. That one, I thought I got that one with Cal Ripken Jr. just early on that cutter away. Definitely a good pitch. I rolled over on it, even though it was a fly ball to left field. The opponent was able to get to second base with Ichiro, and we have 2 down in the inning. I thought that he might try and steal. I don't know why. He was kind of messing me up with the bases, taking an advanced lead, going back, taking a step, and going back. But I did throw a slide step curveball. He was able to send that one out for a no-doubter. 100% my fault. I shouldn't have thrown a slide step with him on second base and 2 outs anyway. But next inning, I am trying to get this run back that I just gave up, or at least tie up the game. Pablo Sanchez sends one into the gap, and Ricky Henderson's going to hit one into center field. That's going to score the game-tying run right there. So you have 99 speed on first base. 56 speed is coming around to score. That's going to bring up George Brett later on in the inning with 2 down. And George Brett has been, honestly, my best hitter since picking him up. Him and Tony Gwynn are probably my better hitters in my lineup, and they both have a really similar swing. I'm hitting around 400 with Gwynn, and I'm hitting around 350 with that George Brett all online. So definitely a solid card. He gives me the lead, 3-2 right there. Then I thought I got this one with Ricky Henderson. It is all the way to the wall, and Willie Mays does make the play there. So what a nice play from him right there. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get that one off the wall. But Christian Yelich off the bench is sending one into the right field bleachers. That is a moonshot, and he was definitely sitting on that low-end slider. Great pitch from him. Later on in the game, he goes to Billy Wagner in a key situation. I had guys on first and third with Frank Thomas up, and he's going to shoot that one into the right center field gap for a double. Just barely gets in there safely, and Johnny Bench was on third, unable to score him. But we do have George Brett up once again, and he is going to shoot one to the first baseman, not quite through the hole, but I thought for a second that that might cash in a couple more runs of insurance. Later on in the game, we pinch hit Lou Brock, and I thought I squared that one up, but he hits a sac fly to Ichiro out there in right field. That is going to be a really close play at the plate. He is safe in there, 62 speed, and Cal Ripken Jr. getting in there safely. And now you have Tony Gwynn up with a chance to kind of get a couple more insurance runs, break the game open a little bit. And Ichiro misses the ball out there in right field. That does allow Ichiro to come around and score from first base. And that went ahead and gave me the win. I was able to close that one out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm currently at about 830 rating, trying to make that push for World Series. If you enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm College Lefty, and have a great day. Peace out.